friends, welcome back to my art studio. Let's take a moment to relax and enjoy some peace. If you are new here, I'm Jieyu, a part-time watercolor artist. Over my 7 years of learning watercolor, I've tried so many art supplies. And today, I'm excited to share some of my absolute favorites. Starting with brushes, I love Chinese handmade brushes, especially the ones from Liuhehui studio. I'm very excited to have them available in my art shop, and you will probably see me use them in almost all of my Tang Dynasty portraits. Now let me introduce them. This pink brush is called Yushi, which means in harmony with time. It has a very fine, sharp tip that's perfect for delicate lines and precise details. Even though the tip is tiny, it actually holds a surprising amount of water. The green one is larger and is called Jihe, named after the water chestnut and lotus that flow gracefully on still ponds. I use this brush for washes. It has a bigger belly than the pink brush, so it holds more water for layering washes. Its tip is also sharp, which helps me stay precise, especially along edges. Traditional Chinese brushes often come with glue on the hair to protect the tip and maintain its sharp before first use. I simply soak the brush in warm water and gently massage from base to the belly to resolve the glue. I avoid bending the tip to keep it sharp. I repeat this a few times until the brush feels soft. After each painting session, I clean the brushes by gently rubbing the belly and base, reshape the tip into a straight point, then either lay the brush flat or hang it vertically to dry. The tip is delicate, so I try my best not to bend it. If you are interested, these brushes are now available in my shop. Next, a very playful art supply, Brusho watercolor crystals from Colorcraft. They are highly pigmented watercolor powders that dissolve instantly in water. I love sprinkling them on wet paper to create textures that look like fireworks. I draw a tiny hole in the cap, which makes it easier to sprinkle small amounts. I experiment with different water levels to create different effects. Now on to Schmincke's super granulating sets. Daniel Smith introduced me to granulation, but Schmincke made me fall in love with it. Some of the colors are truly unique. For example, desert green has a sandy texture and subtle color separation. Its mix of reddish brown and desaturated dark green creates a sense of erosion. Below that, volcano violet has a texture similar to pottery pink. Another favorite is desert gray. It looks like a moss-covered dark green stone. The portrait at the top was painted with desert yellow. Next is my very first watercolor set, the Mijello Mission Gold 36 color set. These are some of the most vibrant paints I own. I used them for early practice in color mixing and color combinations. I haven't used them for a while since I've been focusing on granulating colors, but recently I feel inspired to revisit them and mix some custom colors again. Of course, I love Daniel Smith watercolors. Their Pentel series opened a whole new world for me. They showed me that watercolor can have such magical and unusual textures. The paint quality is excellent in my experience, and the color range is enormous. Let's look at a few beautiful colors. At the top is Serpentine Genuine, and below it is Rich Green Gold. Both are extremely pigmented with rich texture. In this piece, the top color is green gold, and the bottom is Piemontite Genuine, one of my favorite reds. Shadow Violet is a very popular granulating color, great for adding depth and texture to shadows or for creating beautiful monochromatic pieces. Bloodstone Genuine is my favorite black. It has a smoky texture that adds drama and emotion to a painting. Daniel Smith has more than 200 colors. I struggled a lot when choosing which colors to buy. Their color deck cards helped, but granulating colors need a lot of water to show their true beauty, which deck cards often can't capture. Next is a very handy set, Finetec metallic watercolors. The pens are replaceable and super practical. I love using their gold shades to add shimmery details to my work. Finally, two simple but essential tools, my Floral ceramic swatching palette and my mechanical pencil. I adore this Floral ceramic palette because it has many wells in different shapes and sizes, which makes it perfect for color mixing. You have probably seen me use it often over the years. And this is my mechanical pencil, the Pentel Graphic Gear 500.3mm. It's been amazing for making fine outlines. I prefer 0.3mm because it's thin enough for very detailed work, like drawing Buddha hair or intricate patterns on traditional Chinese clothing. Looking back at my favorite supplies and past works, I realized how much my style has evolved. And now I feel inspired again to take risks, try new styles, and simply enjoy the process of creating art. I hope this video inspires you too. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you soon. Bye.